happening, fellas? It's Monday morning after the Southwick Loretta Lynn's qualifier. My good friend Todd Mills just came in with some donations from the roof for the roof project, and he's a fellow CR 500 rider himself. He's had a CR since what?
2001.
2001. He's got a 97 CR 500, same as mine. So we've got a lot in common. He's been following our progress for many moons on YouTube with the project, and got motivated to help us. So he collected from 23 different friends just under $3,000 in cash for the roof. And if he looks familiar, he's been on TV a couple times. He actually donated a roof to a well, can you explain to us the roof that you donated?
There was a woman that that asked for a roof, not for any financial freedom or anything, but I found out she had cancer, not from her but from somebody else, and I decided to donate the roof to her. I got help from ABC Supply, some friends to help me, and we put together a free roof for her.
So Todd's wife was concerned that he was going to donate a roof to us, and we got a huge roof. So don't worry. Well, I won't let him do that, even though I know he might if you let him. But just his heart's in the right place with this, and because he believes in what we're doing here, 23 of his friends and family members have stepped up, and I kind of wanted to read off the list of people that he had. And in the envelope, he's got just under $3,000 in cash and checks, bringing our total that we've raised for the roof to over $35,000. Sarah's off today, so she has the spreadsheet with the name of every single person that has donated to the cause. And I was reading the letter here, and I got to share it with you, because some of the people that donated, including this other letter I have right here, aren't in a position really financially to help, but from the heart they came up with money and donated, and I want to honor that.
Yes, they did.
So Jim Miller from Yale Pest Elimination Corporation, he donated. And if there's anything you want to add about any of the people regarding their situation, just interrupt me, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Sam and Eileen Costco from Top Notch Tools in Beacon Falls, Connecticut donated. A lot of businesses donated, and private owners. Paul and Lisa Phillips from Middlebury, Connecticut. Carrie and David Bernlant, sorry if I don't pronounce the names properly, from Waterbury, Connecticut. Donna and Mike Alberti, those are your in-laws,
My
right?
in-laws, yeah.
So your wife's parents, right?
Yes, sir.
So thank you everybody. Jim Conroy and Judy from the vet.
He's a Vietnam vet.
Vietnam vet.
Yep.
Wow. And he has some health issues.
Yes, he does. Him and his wife both, but they were able to make a small donation, and it's very appreciative.
Yeah. When people like that step out, it really touches the heart. You know, someone who isn't in a position that steps up, and we're gonna.
He has a 2001 Honda XR 250 with.
I like him already.
with less than 99 miles on it.
Wow.
It's in brand new condition.
Wow.
He's only able to ride it, you know.
Yeah, one of my favorite bikes, as you know, if you follow us, is an XR 250.
Yeah.
It's in the showroom right there, and it's just an awesome trail bike.
Oh, it was.
So, Brian and Eileen Barrett, he's a Seymour police officer.
Yeah, for over 40 years.
For 40 years. Wow. He's still on the force?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. God bless him.
And he's a good cop. He's not one of them that's a hard ass on you.
Thank you, Brian. And Emily Lindsley is your son's fiance?
Yes, sir.
And your son, Cody Mills, who I spoke to this morning.
Yep.
George and
Laura
Beaver from Beacon Falls, Connecticut. Joel Rosebrook, who is a recent kidney transplant patient. Who?
Yep.
That's obviously he's probably been out of work. Yeah.
Yep.
We'll keep him in our prayers for sure. That's awesome. Chris, how do you pronounce the last name?
I have no idea.
Melchiano?
Yeah,
Sorry
I think
if I murdered that.
That's it.
Naugatuck, Connecticut. Jay Pulaski, who's a vet.
I also donated a roof to him with
Wow.
help through PLR
Wow.
radio station.
Wow. So, yeah.
Good family.
That's awesome. He stepped up. Nancy and Steve Sawyer from Beacon Falls, Connecticut.
Sawyer.
Sawyer from Beacon Falls, Connecticut. Linda Danzinger from Virginia Beach. Doug Morgan from Southbury, Connecticut. Mike Stahl from Derby, Connecticut. Abraham Rodriguez from Naugatuck, Connecticut. Before we go any farther, I just want to say something, okay? Todd's a working man. He busts his ass. Everything he's got, he's worked for, him and his wife and his whole family. I talked to his son this morning. His son has a tremendous amount of love and respect for him, and that was evident in our conversation. And he pulled up in his truck right here, and he needs a brake job. The front brakes were squeaking, and the first thing he said when he hopped out of the truck is, I'm going to go do my brake job later. And why I'm mentioning that is he's got responsibilities. He's got a family. He's got vehicles to take care of, and he took his time to reach out to, I'm sure if 23 people donated, you probably reached out to 50 or 100 people, unless your closure rate's 100% on getting people there.
I had 2 denials.
Well, that's, wow. So the people that you talk to obviously seriously respect you in your belief in us. But the point I was trying to make is that he's super busy, and he took his time to drive all the way up here to help us out. And we are going to honor that by succeeding here with the museum and the roof. And we are going to save these buildings, and we are going to preserve this historic building and the historic motorcycles for future generations, for our kids to enjoy. How far down the list did we get here? We were at Linda Danziger?
Yeah, we just did Linda and Doug Morgan.
So Mike Stahl. So this is the next one?
Yes, sir.
Abraham Rodriguez from Naugatuck, Connecticut stepped up. And obviously Todd took all this time from his construction company. They donated also. Todd Mills Construction. If you're looking for an honest roofing company and construction company, I would definitely give Todd the job. Which I want to hire him to do the roof. I don't know if his wife will let me or if it's too far away, but I won't let him donate a roof because his wife wouldn't want that.
It's too big for me to handle.
It's too big. Yeah, it is a big roof. So, but anyway.
But I will help.
Okay. And then we had Fallen Mills Deli in Naugatuck, Connecticut. And Brenna Lynn Mills, your daughter.
Brenna Lynn.
Brenna Lynn.
I forgot the A.
Brenna Lynn Mills, his daughter. Frank Parse from Naugatuck, Paris. Okay. And Dan Barrett from Ansonia. Did we read this page?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that's 23 people that have donated. And what touched your heart and made you want to help us? What
Well, for one thing, it's a good cause. It's a museum. I am attached to motorcycles since I was a little baby. I started riding mini bikes at like 5-6 years old. My high school ring had a dirt bike on it. Everybody thought that would be stupid, but it's been my life forever.
Do you still have the ring?
I do. My wife has it.
That's awesome.
I gave it to her when I was 17, or when she was 17. I was 18.
Text me a picture of it. I want to see it.
Yeah, and then I'm into volunteering. I help a lot of people, older people, with snow shoveling, and I'll take no money from them. I'll ask them to make me some cookies or bake brownies or something if they have time. I have a generous heart to so many people, so many causes, and when I saw your videos about what's going on with your building, I just felt like I wanted to see what I can do, you know. And I started out with this, and I hope to get more for you. And I'd like to become part of the team that you have here. It's an honor to help you guys, and I'd like you to take this money.
Thank you, brother.
You know.
Appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
We're definitely gonna do the right thing, and we're gonna like Jesus said, cast your bread on the water and you receive tenfold. We're gonna somehow turn this into the rest of the funds we need to finish the roof. Like I said, I think we're at about 35,000 total raised. So we're going to Sarah will update the spreadsheet, and we actually have another roofing company coming here this afternoon. We're still getting quotes, and we're gonna have you take a look at it too, because you've done roofing. Maybe you could have some suggestions on how to go about doing this.
I definitely have roofer's hands.
So what segues into my next thing? You had a near-death experience that had a profound effect on your life. Would you mind sharing with us what that was about and how it strengthened your belief in God?
Sure, I will. Back in January 19th, 1988, I went to put a roof on a house. It actually happened to be my aunt's house, my mom's sister's house. And her house is very close to the road, and there was a transformer a couple feet away from the house, and I was set up with my scaffolding, which was all metal. and I hit it with a piece of rake edge and got severely burned, and spent 7 weeks in the hospital, a couple of years out of work, unable to wear shoes for over a year until the feet healed. But I recovered well, and I asked God for help when I was being electrocuted, and next thing I knew, I was falling off the scaffolding. And it turned out better. And then went to the hospital for a while.
You were in the hospital for, sorry about the phone ringing. James, our shipper, is filming this video. We normally have one of our guys do it. They weren't available, and he was sitting on the dock, so I handed him the camera. But anyway, you were in the hospital for 7 weeks, right?
7 weeks, 3 days.
And
about a month of intensive care.
And how many volts were coursing through your body?
We were told the power line was 13,800 volts.
13,000 for over 7 minutes, right?
Yes. There was a doctor's office across the street that had called 911, and through the court documents, we were told that it was 7 minutes and 38 seconds by the time the response teams got on scene.
What is the survival rate of someone getting that type of?
I really don't know, but I know that when Northeast Utilities came to visit me in the hospital on my second day being there, that according to them, I should have died instantly without suffering.
So not only did he not die instantly, but he also had a spiritual experience in that moment. Can you close the door, please? Thanks. He had a spiritual experience in that moment that kind of blew me away when he shared it with us. Because, okay, 13,000 volts. He's basically hooked up to the transformer,
I was unable to get off
this platform, and had a bit of a spiritual experience in that moment that you shared with me earlier. I don't know if you want to.
Yeah, when it was first happening and I realized what was happening, I was yelling at the devil, telling him, "You can't do nothing to me. I'm better than you." And I started remembering things of my past when I was a little kid, and good things, bad things. I was thinking of my girlfriend, which today is my wife, and just I thought I was done. And so I got done talking to the devil and yelling at him, and all of a sudden asked God for help. And at that second, I just fell off the scaffolding and started to heal.
Can you imagine that? 7 minutes hooked up to 13,000 volts would have killed most people instantly. And maybe your faith is what carried you through, but
did a lot of damage to my hands. Like these cuts were like 3/4 of an inch wide. I could see all the bones to both my hands, my feet. The flesh was burned off.
You described it earlier like a hot dog that's over boiled and it cracks, like your skin was cracking everywhere, right?
Yeah.
And 7 weeks in the hospital, and you're out of work for what, 2 years?
2 weeks would have been 2 more years out of work.
It's incredible story of perseverance.
And I still hurt to this day, my joints and stuff, but I still go to work and do it.
So I'm not sure if that inspired you to be such a giving, caring person, and everybody who knows you believes in what you're doing, evidenced by 23 out of 25 people you asked who weren't morning positions stepped up to help. And you've donated roofs. You've been on WPLR and a couple other TV stations.
Yeah, Channel 8 News did a story that I helped a lady with cancer in 2013. Unfortunately, she only lived 1.5 years and passed, but my goal was to help her save the money and put it towards wherever she could.
Todd, just an honor to spend this time with you today, and thank you to all the people that donated to the roof fund. We are super grateful. We just this weekend, the Connecticut Coalition of Motorcycle Clubs bought up a handful of $400 and $20 bills, $400 in cash towards the roof on Saturday. So again, we haven't updated the spreadsheet, but it's well over $35,000 at this point. We also, a former Harley Davidson employee, I don't have her name in front of me, came in on Saturday also and gave us $70. So $470 on Saturday, almost $3,000 today. And we just got a phone call from the previous owner of the ADB Avenger motorcycle that was put in the museum permanently on display, and he called up and said, "Listen, why don't you sell the bike he had donated it to the museum to raise the funds for the roof. So the ADB Avenger 605, one of 2 ever built, with a SOX high performance Rotax engine. Bombardier, I think, designed it, but just an incredible machine. That's going to be going up for sale, and that's got to be worth at least $6,000 or more. So that's going to get sold, and that's going to go towards the roof. So the quotes we've been getting in are a multiple of the $35,000 we have now. But you know, the walk of a million miles starts at one step, right? So we keep forging forward, and we have enough money now to get started, and we think we have enough money to do the smaller building now. So we're getting another quote this afternoon, and Todd and I are going to go take a look at it. We're going to see if we can get the ball rolling and at least get one of the roofs started. I got it. So I wanted to thank the gentleman who donated the ADB Avenger to the museum, Daniel Laurie. And also, if you have a motorcycle you want to donate to the roof fund that we could sell, give us a call, 860-454-7024. I also got a check here from my good friend Mike Stowe in a letter from him. I got to read you this letter that Mike just wrote. It says, and Mike, if you watch our comments, he's probably one of the most sarcastic guys that comments on our videos, but his heart's in the right place. He's kind of rough and gruff sometimes, but his heart's in the right place. So this is him describing himself. Just some fat disabled guy from Iowa that flips junior and seniors shit on their videos. I've watched all 3,551 videos as of today. I've thumbed up each video and probably left more comments than anyone. Mostly smartass ones, but have the channel watched every video. I've watched every video, and I just love old two-stroke bikes. I haven't rode since I became disabled in 2013. Got Mensa, almost died twice from it. Blood infection. Was in the hospital for 6 months and got out, but had a pick in my right. I am basically a tube going to my heart after I got out of hospital. I had to get to hospital every day. To sit and get pumped full of antibiotics for an hour every day, but enough. I just wanted to give up. So I just want to donate something. It's only $50. I'm going to just tell you, I normally don't say how much, but I'm going to say only, it's not the amount, but it's in the letter. I give more, but with health problems, on disability, and being a fat diabetic, I don't have much, and I want to thank you guys for the t-shirts. So, and I do get off the couch now. I gained 140 pounds in the hospital. I was up to 390. Now I'm down to 340. So I always bust Mike's ass. I tell him to lose weight, and we'll fly his butt out here for the 500 shootout. But he's got to get in good enough shape to ride one, and he's on his way. He's down to 340 pounds. I'm trying. I call him my big brother too for a reason. He's a big dude. Even if he lost weight, he'd probably still be in the 250, 260. He's a very large man. So hopefully I'll keep losing weight so I can come out to the event. But they meant the 500 shootout. But I'd rather watch you and Junior race. Okay, done rambling. If I ever win the lotto, I told you before, I'd give the money to you to fix the building up. It's funny. The lady asked me what I do if I even won. I said if I already look like Santa Claus and I already look like Santa Claus and even had money, I said I'd spend it all in helping my friends. I know we never met in person, but I've talked to them on the phone and messaged each other back and forth 100 times. But I consider you guys my friends, as I don't have many. Okay, tell everyone hi, and as long as I'm still fighting to stay alive, I will always watch and flip you guys shit. And yes, I can't spell it right. Worth the shit. LOL. Love you guys. Love you too, Mike. Thank you, brother. It ends by saying, God bless. Hopefully you can read my hillbilly redneck handwriting. Yeah, we can read it, Mike. So
thank you.
Thank you, Mike. And thank you everybody who has donated. And there has been other people that have donated that Sarah's not here to give me the list today. But so far we've thanked each and every person of the 500. If you watch the video, it was like 34 minutes long because I thanked all 500 plus people. So again, Todd, thank you very much for being the spearhead of this large cash donation to the museum.
Yeah, that was my wife just calling. We speak every day on our lunch break.
Oh, that's awesome.
You know, so this is, I gotta go.
That's how you keep the relationship alive, man. That's awesome.
June 15th will be 30 years to our wedding anniversary, and June 3rd will be 39 years to our first date anniversary.
If you can tell her I said thank you for her part in this, in supporting you and helping us. It's very much.
Well, the funny thing about that, when I first told her, back about 6 or 7 weeks ago that I was going to start doing this. She says, "You're not going to go put a roof on this. What are you talking about?" And I showed her the video of you asking for help.
Yeah.
And she says, "How much is this going to cost?" And I said, no, I'm just going to collect more money from other people and do some donations of time and stuff like that. Nothing too serious, And she says, "You never stop. You're doing it again." But she's well for it. I love her, and she's a really great girl.
Yep. Again, thank you to her for supporting your drive to help us. Very much appreciated. So I just took the camera from James. James, what do you think about all this?
Well, after hearing his story, I think that God saved him so that he could help out other people. That definitely had a plan for him.
That very well may be, because
I appreciate the comment.
But by all accounts, it is you are a miracle to be standing here in front of us after what you went through. And
the people that know me, they know what I went through.
And you've dedicated your life to taking care of.
Hit by lightning. Most people
probably worse, right?
Yeah, lightning gets up and over with.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
So God has a plan. I think that's the theme here. And I feel like what we're doing here is God's plan for us to resurrect these old buildings and turn buildings that look like that into buildings that look like this, and preserve them for future generations and fill them full of the things we love the most, motorcycles. Guys, thanks for watching. Today's going to be an awesome day here in Rockville. I got some killer bike videos coming your way, so stay tuned. And as always, God bless the United States of America.